So welcome everybody, both Futuresoft family and people who are joining us for the first time. You're welcome. So this is Launch and Learn, a training program that is organized by Futuresoft, where we just share our knowledge, how we do things in-house, how we produce content here, how we work, in the hopes that it helps you in whatever field that you are currently working. So I would be the host for today's training. My name is Onye. I'll be speaking on getting started with video content, specifically for social media marketing, digital marketing in general. So we are not new to videos. If you are in 2021, then you know that videos are not like a new thing. They've been in existence for a while now. And a lot of companies, a lot of businesses are beginning to use videos to like market their products and like to share what their product does, to explain if you have not even been like if you've not patronized them before with their videos, with their content, you'll be able to see what their product is all about, what they do as a business. And it's a way to sort of bring your consumer closer to you. Videos are more visual, they are more engaging than just text and picture content. So it's no surprise that it's becoming like the new wave now. And if you are a business owner, if you're a content creator who does not use video, then you are, slacking. So like I said before, video is not new, it's becoming increasingly popular. And because customers' attention span is very, very short. If you check you yourself as a consumer, the time that you spend on any content distribution sites, be it like social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, any sort of content distribution site, including a company's website, you realize that you don't just mark out maybe 2 or 3 hours to just go and sit down there and just read through everything that they have or read through their services. You take information, especially marketing information, in like bite sizes. And because of that, content distribution sites, they are beginning to move into those kind of contents that consumers are into, because those sites, they want to make money as well. So they are monetizing their channels as much as possible. If you've been on Instagram in the last year, in the last 6 months, you would see how rapidly the content creation is changing in that field. On Facebook as well, it's the same thing. LinkedIn, Twitter, you'd see that these channels are beginning to incorporate just videos in like different formats, in like different ways that would keep people engaged. And because customers are moving towards videos, businesses have no choice but to follow, because you want to make money, you want to reach these people, so you have to give them what you are looking for. So because of that, videos are becoming very, very popular. And there is a research that shows that video gives the best return on investment for businesses. So if you're a business owner, a content creator who is trying to make money for a business, then you should start making videos. And that is what this training is going to be about, just to teach you how to get started if you are trying to get started with videos. So as a content creator, as a business owner, there are a lot of things that you need to do. And sometimes you need to do those things at the same time to ensure that, your business is successful, to ensure that everything is in sync. And there's not just one aspect to business. There are several aspects to it. There are several different things that you need to do, both off scene and on screen, for people, for your business to be successful. And it will not be a surprise for you to ask, why should I be making videos? This is just like another thing that's just going to take more time, more money, and then we'll probably not see results in spending that amount of money creating just another wala for my business. But the truth is, videos are very, very easy to share. They are more engaging compared to like pictures and text. Videos give the best return on investment. And that's a reason why, as a content creator, as a business, you need to be using videos. And then social videos produce 1,200% more shares and than images and text combined. Videos are a great way to engage customers and to improve marketing performance. So if you as think of yourself as like a consumer when you go on like distribution channels, when you see text and videos, when the same message is communicated with both text and maybe a picture and a video, which one do you retain more? When you are just like in your spare time and then something comes to your head, do you remember what you read or what you saw in like a video format? Those, and like, because they are easy to share, when you see a very good video content, you just click share. With text, when somebody shares a text to you, there's the probability that depending on when you receive it, you will not be able to like sit down and read through it. But if it's a short, simple video, you just go through it, and it's just easier to reach people that way. So it is also projected that videos will become 82% of all internet traffic in 2021. This is not surprising at all. If you operate online, if you are on social media sites, you would see that Instagram, for example, is like more videos now. They promote more of their video content, the reels, the IGTV stories, as opposed to like when you just post your pictures. You see how badly they do when you just post like pictures and text, as opposed to when you post like a reel or an IGTV video or even stories. So yeah, marketers who use videos increase 49% faster than marketers who do not. So this is just another proof that videos are something that you should be doing, especially in 2021 and in the future. So yeah, but before you start creating videos, there are certain things that you need to put in place before you start creating videos so that you get the best return on your investment. And just like any other form of content, there needs to be like a strategy that goes behind it. You cannot just wake up and just put yourself in front of the camera and start shooting videos. There needs to be work that goes into it to ensure that when your videos eventually go online, when you begin to distribute your videos, you get the objective of it, the purpose of the video is achieved. And one of those things that you need to do is to research your target audience. So who are you trying to reach? Where are they on social media? What kind of videos do they find valuable? And how can you reach them? So if your target audience are, say, people between the age of 18 and 25, what social media channel do those people in that age bracket operate in? What level of life are they in? Are they students? Are they career people? If they are, what sort of career do they usually do? What are they interested in? These are all the questions that you need to ask yourself. You need to do some research as well, so that you would know where to find these people. And that is the channel that you would be creating your videos in. And it's also important to also learn the behavior of your target audience, because if you are targeting people who have, say, if you're targeting people who are career people, it means that they don't have like a lot of time on their hands to go through social media. So for those kind of people, they behave a certain way on social media platforms. So you want to know what their behavior on those platforms are, so that you'll be able to reach them effectively. So you need to do a very, very deep dive into your target audience. I know a lot of businesses get their target audience right, just because they don't put into consideration that there are a lot of things that affect the way that your target audience behaves. So it's not enough to just say my target audience are like 18 to 25. That's like a very broad way to target. You need to, go deep and specify. If not, you begin to reach people that are not your target audience for your business. You will reach people fine, but they would not eventually lead to the conversion. If you are trying to, make sales or trying to get people to sign up for something, you'll be able to reach a lot of people, but then they would not convert because you are reaching the wrong people. So you need to be clear on who. You need to be clear on who your audience are. So the next one would be to define your video content objective. Like I said, just like any other form of content, you need to be sure what you want your videos to do. So what in this, when you get to this stage, the question that you need to be asking yourself is like, what your product is for. So if you are a service-based product, what do you want people to do when they see like your videos? Do you want them to go to your website to sign up for something? Or do you want them to engage just to like and share? Is that what you're trying to achieve? Do you want them to sign up for your newsletter, or do you want them to make payment for a product or maybe a training that you're having? So you need to be clear on the objective. If not, you'll lose people. And if not, the message would be lost as well. Because I've seen like some videos that you just finished watching from like the beginning to the end, and you are not clear what they want you to do after watching the video. So this is where you define what you want people to see every single time that they watch your video. And it does not have to be just one thing. It can be several different things. And one video can contain like a lot of different objectives. So you can want people to see your video and share and engage and leave comments. And you can also want them to go to your website from that video. So you need to be clear what your business objectives are. And with business objective, it is important to always put it's always important to consider what the overall business objectives for your business are. So you cannot outline an objective outside of what your business objective is. So everything that you do on digital primarily is supposed to aid the success of your general business objective. So look at your business objective as a business, as a company, as a content creator. What is your overall goal? What is your overall objective? And how can this video that you're trying to make help you achieve that? So that's the way to get to the right objective of your video. It has to feed into like the general objective of your business. If not, you would just make progress that does not align with your business. So you need to get that clear. So yeah, and to get to that, the kind of question that you need to be asking yourself is, why are you creating video content? Why? Do you want people to learn more about your services? Do you want them to engage? Do you want them to just know who you are? So you need to know why. What is the purpose of this video that you're trying to create? What is the purpose of starting video content creation? Do you even really need it as a business? Even though videos do well, it's the new rave and everything. As a business, do you really need it? It's good to be honest with yourself. You don't have to do everything that is trending as a business to succeed, but you need to do it if it is essential to your business growth. So do you really need it as a business? You need to respond by yourself and then decide whether or not to go ahead with videos. Yeah, so I've mentioned about considering the overall objective of your business before going into video content creation, and also to set a video content marketing goal, which also ties to the overall business objective. So for every video, you need to tie down like what you want this video to achieve. This will also help you to be able to track your success. So if your aim for the video was to have like maybe 50 to 100 people sign up for something, you'll be able to tell that, oh, this is how that worked. Instead of, when you have an objective for people to sign up and then you put a call to action for people to share. So you need to outline that so that you are sure of what you are tracking at the end of your, marketing objective. So after this stage, you would be able to know what the call to action to use for your videos are. Like I said, if you have determined what your video will do for you, then it's you would now be able to say specifically what you want people to do. So if you are creating a video, we'll go more into CTAs later. I think I mentioned it further down in my slide, but let me just explain. So if you want people to sign up, then you should be written boldly there for them to sign up for something. Or if you want them to, sign up for a training, for instance, then you know that the video has to be talking about the training, what people will benefit from the training, and how they can sign up for the training. And make sure that like your CTA is very obvious, very clear, so that people know what you want them to do after the video. Then the next thing that you need to do before you start video content creation is to determine your video content type. Just like I said, like video is not for everybody, it's not for every business. It's also true that not every content, video content type is important for every business. So what kind of videos would best explain what your product or your services is? What kind of video would best explain what you are trying to achieve? Are you trying to, gain brand awareness? Are you trying to teach people how to use your products? Are you trying to tell people who you are? These are like the things that would now determine the type of videos that you create. Would you be creating tutorials or reels, or like entertaining videos, or like how-to videos, or like testimonials? These are the kind of your what will determine the type of video that you would be creating as a business, as a content creator who is managing a business. You need to be sure what content type suits the type of business that you're managing. You need to be sure the content type that suits your business. That's the only way that you'll be able to get your message across as self-explanatory as possible. If you use the wrong content type, you will just get people confused and like they don't even know what you are doing. So you need to be sure what your content type is. And there are several different examples of videos that you can be creating for your business, that you can be creating as a content creator. I've listed some here: tutorials, how-to, educational tips, interviews, case studies, behind the scene. You can create reel if your brand is like an entertaining brand. I've also seen reels that are quite educational as well. So I think reels are a form of video that is quite versatile. You can use it to do several different things. Or you just create entertaining videos like comedy that would eventually, tell people what you want them to do with your business. Now that we've gone through all the basic things that you need to know and do before you start video content creation, we would go now into creating videos proper. So this is like how you should create, or how you should go about creating video content. So if you are a beginner, I think this training is targeted at beginners who have no clue how to begin video creation. So some factors that determine how you create videos are like the objective, the target audience, and your distribution platform. This I have mentioned earlier. So if you have the objective of your video and your target audience, it means that you know where your target audience are, and your distribution platform is settled. So if you are targeting say 16 to 25-year-olds who are still in secondary school or between secondary school and WAEC, you know that some of them have like a lot of time on their hand, and you'll find them on like Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. So you know the objective of your video, you know who you're trying to reach, and you know where they are. So when you've had that settled, then it's time to create your video. And the three, generally, with video content creation, there's no one way to do it, but there are, how would I say, rule of thumb that ensure that like your videos come out looking like good. And for a beginner, all you need is just for your video to be presentable, and then you build from there. And those three things for any video person is good picture, good sound, and good lighting. So if what you are trying to show is clear, if people can hear well, if they can hear like what you're trying to say well, and if the lighting is good, it means that like your video would come out manageably at least. So these three things are like basic things that you need to know before you create videos. And I'm going to be taking them one after the other and just showing options that you can use if for any of these three things. So the first one is for your gear, that means your pictures. For your pictures, you have two options. So you can go. Oh, okay. So before we go into explaining the options that we have, as a business owner, if you decide that videos are the right way for you to go, then you have two options. Either you outsource your video, or you do it yourself. That's what DIY stands for. If you are deciding to outsource, then it's well and good. You just leave the problem for the agency or the person that you are outsourcing, that you're paying to do the work, to just bother with all the details. You just have to agree on price, agree on the contract, and you are good to go. You just need to do what you guys agreed on, and your video is ready. So with outsourcing, the biggest drawback would probably be cost. It's probably be cost, and the fact that you would not have like a lot of control. You would just have to deal with another person using creating for you depending on what they see fit. There's a limit to how you can manage creatives, if you are being honest, because creatives work differently. So the drawback for outsourcing would be the cost and the fact that you have to deal with others, maybe an individual or an agency to do the work for you, but you just have to relax and have them do it for you. Then if you decide to go the DIY route, I would now explain the things that you need for that to come out good. And the first one would be your picture. So for pictures, you have two options. Either you use a camera or you use your mobile phone or any mobile device that have decent camera. And there are several different options, just like there are several different types of phones. There's Samsung, there's Techno, there's an iPhone. The same thing with cameras as well. There's like a lot of options when it comes to like cameras, when it comes to lenses, but you have to do like your research and choose what is best for you. So are you going the DSLR route? Are you going the mirrorless route? Or, are you going to use your mobile phone to do it? So it's up to you to choose. One costs more than the other, and one produces better videos than the other. But depending on your budget, then you can decide how you want to go. But whichever way you go, just make sure that the option that you're choosing comes with crisp camera, comes with very clear pictures, because if not, it's like I cannot imagine watching a blurry video in 2021. It's true that it's good to start from where you are and use what you have, but the truth is in 2021, your instrument actually matters. It matters a lot, because like in the beginning when people were just starting to create videos, you could watch like blurry video as long as you could hear what they were saying, you wouldn't mind. But now I don't think I know anybody who has the patience to sit down to watch through a video that maybe you cannot see the head of the person, or like it's blurry, or you cannot hear them clearly, or there's like a generator sound somewhere. It's like in this time and in this age, your video quality matters, and that is what you should be considering when you are doing videos. And as a business, as a content creator, it's important to know that the kind of content that you put out there, it matters. It matters a lot. It matters a lot, because if people come to you as a brand and they are just seeing very rubbish pictures, very rubbish videos, like you by yourself, you're just reducing the quality of your products, no matter how luxurious they are, no matter how expensive they are. Once your videos are bad, it translates to your product as well. So you have two options: camera, mobile phones, when it comes to picture. Then for sound, we have the same thing as well. So if you be using like a mobile device and even a camera, at times you can decide to use your inbuilt camera, your inbuilt audio rather, or you can use like an external microphone. And I would always advise that you use an external microphone, even when you are filming with your phone. There is a lot of difference when like you use an external audio device as opposed to using the inbuilt one. You yourself would see what the difference is clearly. So I would always advise that you go with the external microphone. And there are levels to it as well. You can go with like simple lapel mics, especially if you're working with your phone, or you can go like a shotgun type like I have in this picture. So you have that option as well. But like I say, I always advise that you use an external microphone and make sure that it's plugged in and recording, so that you don't finish filming and realize that you don't have audio for what you just filmed. Yeah. Then for lighting, there are two options as well: natural lighting and studio slash artificial lighting. So with natural lighting, it's kind of like the best lighting that you would get. Natural lighting, for anybody who films, they'll tell you that natural lighting is the best source of light, and it is true. But the truth with natural lighting is it's there are drawbacks to it. So for example, even when the day is very bright, there are like a few seconds where it goes like the sun goes down and then it goes up again. And if you are using just natural lighting, that reflects in your video. But if you can find a way to like go through it, natural lighting is like the best lighting that you can get. It is free, it is available, not always, especially when it's raining, but you can always, time yourself to film when the sun is out. It's just there and it's available. But for studio lighting, they are more expensive and there is a specific technique to it. So if you see in the picture that I have, you can see that there are like about 5 or 6 different lighting. So there's one that is targeted to behind, to the backdrop, one to the person sitting, and then to like the left and the right side. There's like a specific technique with studio and artificial lighting, and if you are going to be going with this method, you need to get it right. So you need to experiment a lot and see what works in front of you. With natural lighting, you just need to sit down in like a bright room, preferably in front of a window, and just film. But with studio lighting, like you need to like position and reposition before you get the perfect lighting for you or for whatever it is that you're filming. And another drawback with studio lighting is that it's expensive, like very expensive. So, but you just have to decide what is best for you. And if you want to go natural lighting and then go from there, fine. If you want to combine both, it's actually very possible as well. So for instance, if you are in a room where there's just like only one window and the window is like directly in front of you, you probably need like 2 lights on your left and on your right and your back as well. So you can combine it. You just need to, as you grow with video production, you would begin to learn how to upgrade your filming equipment. So I've gone through like the 3 basic things that you need to get videos that are watchable, and those are pictures, your microphone, and your lighting. There's other things that would help as well when it comes to video production, and one of those things would be mastering your creation device. So if you're using a DSLR, try different settings. Like you need to master how it works so that you'll be able to get it every single time. Videos are not something that you get the first time. You have to try several options, try several times before you begin to become a pro at it. And it's okay to fail in the beginning as long as you're learning from your mistakes and just, improving as you go. So you need to master your device, even if you're using a phone. I know that with new generation phones now, you can do several different settings. Some of them shoot in 4K. There's a way to lock in light in such a way that the light on your objects doesn't go on and off, on and off. So just master what you are shooting with and make sure that you produce the best quality videos out of it every single time. And then another thing would be to enhance the quality of your videos with appropriate music. Using music in videos can be very, very tricky. You cannot use the wrong video, the wrong music in the wrong video. It will just, spoil everything. So you cannot play like a horror soundtrack in like a comedy video, or a comedy video in like a tutorial. You just need to master music well. And when you get it right, it enhances the quality of your video. So there's that subtle background music playing, and then your videos. But you don't need to use music in every video. Not all video require music, but if you do it right with the videos that do require music, it goes a long way in improving excuse me, the quality of your videos. Then another thing would be to master your choosing distribution channel. And by this, I mean, so if you are going to be using Instagram or YouTube or Twitter to distribute your video content, you need to know what works on those platforms. So if you are going to be using YouTube, there are specific rules that comes with videos. There you need to use a good title, you need to use tags that relate to your videos, you need to give a good description of your videos, because even though videos have like a good reach, they have like a good impression and reach rate, there's also um, there's also like a drawback to it, because a lot of people are doing it. Videos, a lot of people are doing and sharing videos. So in order for your videos to stand out, you need to describe them well, especially on YouTube. If you are using like a platform like Instagram, then you know that Reels do better than any kind of video content on Instagram right now. And then there's stories, and then there's IGTV, um, IGTV videos. So you need to know what works for the platform and how it works. There's also formats that you need to shoot in for it to be compatible on those platforms. So master the distribution channel, and with the constant upgrade, especially on social media channels, you need to be on your feet as well. You need to be aware of what is changing and be able to adapt quickly. Then the next one would be to include relevant title, description, and tag to your videos. I mentioned this, especially if you are going to be using YouTube. These are very, very, very important. Then always include a clear CTA. I said I was going to explain this. And so in your videos, there are several ways that you can put your call to action. So you can say it, you can create a card. This applies to YouTube. So I don't know if you've been watching, if you've watched any YouTube video and they say click on this thing up here somewhere to, go to somewhere, maybe a website to answer a questionnaire or to be redirected to another video. It's called a card on YouTube. Or you can also add a link to your videos. You can add text pop-up to say, or maybe you say follow me on Instagram, and then your Instagram handle comes up, or you say visit our website, and then your website link comes up. So there are several ways that you can add call to actions on your video. End screen is another way as well, and end screen is like the prompt that comes at the end of videos. I know that YouTubers use this one a lot. So at the end of the video, you see a subscribe and maybe 2 or 3 video suggestions for you to watch something else. But whatever call to action that you choose to use, make sure that it is very, very clear. And you can combine 2 or 3 or all of this call to action, but don't make your video very noisy, because it will just distract people. But add your call to action, make sure that it is clear, and use the format that best suits what you want people to do while or after they've watched your videos. Then the last thing on the list would be to be flexible. Videos are not, there's no right or wrong way to do videos. So just be flexible with it. It's an avenue for you to play around, to test your creativity. If it works, fine. If it doesn't work, then you know what not to do next time. So don't just be rigid with it. Even if you find something that works, it's important that you try something else. Another thing with video is, even though something is trending now, in 2-3 months, 6 months time, it probably will not be trending again. So if you are somebody who is just fixed on one thing, you will just lose in the end. Now we'll go to video editing, which is a very, very important aspect of video creation. You see, everything that I've mentioned up until this point, video editing determines how your end product would be. Everything that I've mentioned up until this point would probably be, I don't want to say irrelevant, but if you don't edit your videos well, there's a probability that it will just, you will just lose in the end. You will end up not getting the best out of your video. That's how important video editing is. It is very, 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 very important that you edit your videos well. But as a beginner, there's sort of like a limit to what you can do, especially because you are just starting out. So with editing, I would advise that you keep it simple as a beginner, but it can get as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. There are several editing tools that you can use to edit your videos, to edit your work, and it can be simple, like a simple, cut, and you just join, cut and join, cut and join, and put transitions in between. Or it can be like a rollover thing, or like there's no limit to what you can do with video editing. But as a beginner, I would advise that you keep it simple, and you just pick an editing software that fits your needs. So if you are using a smartphone, for example, depending on the kind of smartphone that you use, if you use Android or iOS, there are editing software that are compatible to either or both of the devices. So just pick what works best for you. And depending on the kind of videos that you want to create as well, it's important to choose the appropriate editing tool. There are some editing softwares that you just need to upload your footage there, and it will do the automatic editing thing. That would work for like maybe a product video, but it would not necessarily work if you're trying to do an interview. With an interview video, you need to sit down and go through the length of the interview. So you need to just decide what works best for your business, the video that you're trying to create, and stick with it. And do not be afraid to like combine different editors. Some editors, especially if they are free, have limits to what they can do. So some editors, you cannot add text on them. Some of them, you cannot add like external link and stuff. So if you can edit like the full length of your video on one editor, and then import to another editor to add text, and then to another editor to be able to like grade, then you can do that. Don't be limited by one editor. So you can just, pick and work with it. And the next thing would be to practice, practice, practice. That's like the way to go with videos. You need to practice, because even for somebody who has been editing for a long time using a particular editor, there are things that they don't know how to do using that same editor. So you just need to practice. Even when you are not trying to create like a serious video or anything, you can just, shoot yourself and learn. With videos, you cannot learn enough. Yeah, there's always something to learn. There's always something to upgrade. So just practice, practice, practice. That's the only way that you ensure that you get better every single time. Then I'm going to conclude now, and just going to say that you should, be open to suggestions when it comes to video. You would not get it the first time, you would not probably get it the second time, but it's just something that you need to do continuously. And videos can be really, really fun. Videos are fun to create, especially if you are, trying to create something that you're trying to bring like an idea into life. There's just this fun and excitement that comes with it. So just have fun with it. Make sure that the video that you are creating, you like it, like you enjoy watching it, you understand it. Because if you do not understand it, if you don't like what you are creating, there's probability that the people that you are creating it for will not like it as well. So you need to, have fun with it, ensure that you are putting everything that you've learned in this training into practice. Do not forget your call to actions. They are very, very important. Always shoot with your object, with your subjects in frame, and just continue to learn. Just continue to learn. You can only get better if you continue to, practice. And that's it for this training, guys. I'm going to take questions now if there are any.